It is mind-blowing how there's different tiers of society. It is absolutely crazy being on an island where only billionaires and employees live. The dynamic is just odd on so many levels because you have the workers who are making, I don't know, 20, 30 euros an hour, serving these people who are the poorest person would have like $50 million net worth. And it is just unreal. It is unreal. The guy that I was getting dinner with tonight, with a few other people, he was very nonchalant about his wealth. He did not like talking about anything that he did. And there's such a clear distinction now because people online on social media, everybody's just talks about how much money they're making. Oh, they're making $1 million a month. They're doing this and that. And they're telling you exactly how they're making $1 million, $100 million. This guy, I would ask him questions and he would just shrug it off. Like, yeah, I did some stuff and now I'm just a stupid alcoholic who likes to drink vodka on the beach all day, every day. And then I'd ask him about something. He was a huge hedge fund manager, huge. But I know that because that's what his buddies told me. This guy would never tell me. He literally would just be like, yeah, Josh, I don't know. He's like, dude, look it. Just have a sip of vodka. We'll talk about this later. And then he was having an in-depth discussion about a presentation that he gave in 2011 about buying real estate for his hedge fund. And he said, yeah, I think that due to this charted back to some sort of mathematical equation of income prices, income to real estate charted with CPI. And he was just saying, based on that, he thinks within 7 years, they will probably get their money back. And that's probably when they'll want to sell. And then my boss, he was like, yeah, in 2011, 12, I was buying some real estate too. It was just a great time. And they kind of got into an argument because they were going over a chart. And then this guy, Mike, he was like, dude, you're wrong. I made a presentation on this. I know for a fact that you're wrong. And eventually they were both right, but they were talking about different things. But then this guy went to the bathroom. And then the other buddy that we were with, who's best buddies with this guy, Mike, he's like, George, you fucking idiot. He's like, what, you bought 10 houses? He's like, he made $400 million from this. He was like, you made some YouTube videos. He's like, there is a big difference there. He's like, yeah, okay, you did some research and made some YouTube videos. This guy was putting his money where his mouth was and made fucking $400 million. And that was just an average, like, few year period at his time. This guy's literally known as, well, unknown as one of the best traders in human history. And that's by pretty much regards by everyone on the island and in their hedge fund industry. And then I was like, that doesn't make sense. You see people like Stanley Druckenmiller or all these other people talk about their stuff online. And then that guy, Mike's best buddy, he was like, when you really have an edge, when you are really making 20, 30, 40% a year returns, you do not need to advertise that on CNBC. So then you just come to think, he had a few year period when he made $400 million. And that was not his best period. Those are not the trades that he remembers as his best. How fucking rich is this guy? And he lives in a little shack. And he's like, yeah, I'd be happy living on the beach. And he actually crashes with the guy, his best buddy. He's like, yeah, like, I don't really care where I'm staying. I'm just happy to be here and drink my vodka. And then he was like, yeah, I'll fly I was like, so do you fly private? He's like, no, I used to, but then he's like, now I'd rather just give that away to charity. And I don't really care about money anymore as long as I can come by the beach, drink some beer and drink my vodka. That's what he drinks, is just Grey Goose vodka all day long because he has gut issues, but that's besides the point. I was like, dude, what the hell? This is insane. This is insane. I don't know how much money this guy's worth, but I can only imagine. When you really have that much money, you don't have to tell people. In fact, he's trying to underplay it to the highest possible degree. He's like, yeah, I'm just like a homeless guy who crashes on my best buddy's couch. It's fucking crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. He's like, yeah, I'm the poorest person on the island. I'm just lucky to be here. It is just insane how rich some of these people are. But what I take from it is how nonchalant and how little he cares. He does not care at all. He honestly sees it more of a burden. He's like, yeah, like when I have this much money, like, well, he doesn't say that, but this is my impression, is he has so much money, it doesn't matter what he does. So he just does whatever he wants without thinking of anything. Oh, he wants to sleep on the beach today. So what? He can. Whereas if I did that, it would be like this huge sign of weakness because, oh, you're broke, you're sleeping on the beach. Whereas he's doing it, he can because he's super loaded, but that's not the case. He just does whatever he wants. He likes spending his time in St. Bart's. He doesn't care what other people think. He doesn't talk about how much money he made. He likes to just kind of talk shit and have a good time. And that's how it seems like a lot of the people here are. It is fascinating on such a psychological level, and I need to delve deeper and think about it a lot more, kind of the psychology behind it. Well, I was drinking some vodka with them, so I am definitely not the sharpest tool right now, and it's pretty late at night, so I'm only doing this so I don't wake up in the middle of the night again and force myself to create something. The food in St. Bart's is the best in the world, and I can firmly say that. It is unreal how good it is. It's also so expensive. So fucking expensive. The portions are small. Tonight, it's literally like $150 per person to eat. It's crazy. It's crazy how expensive it is. But these guys don't care. I mean, money's literally no object to them. It's just, oh, we're going out to eat. Doesn't matter. Just get whatever you want. They just live in literally a different universe, and it's impossible to explain. It would be like if you went to literally a foreign universe and tried to explain that to another human being. Because these people just don't play on the same rules as the rest of the humans do. It is just mind blowing. It is mind blowing. There's no way I can put it into words. I'm going to try and think through it and articulate myself better. But all I can say is just it is jaw dropping how different it is from regular society from the standpoint of there's only two classes here. There is the ultra, ultra, ultra rich, and then the workers who make the food. And those people, they're still like the top chefs in the world. Like they literally have the top French chefs in the world cooking at every single restaurant that they have here. It's crazy. It, no other island is like it. That at least that's what these guys say, that they love it. I've not learned as much about business or anything that I would have liked because whenever I ask them questions, or this guy at least, he just doesn't care. He's like, dude, I've made so much fucking money that like it just doesn't matter anymore. He's like, I don't even think you should want to make this much money. He's like, what the hell do you do with it? There's nothing. Nothing to do. He doesn't have kids because he met his wife and it was unfortunately too late for them to have children. And he's like, what the hell would you do with this much money? He's like, there's nothing. And everybody has different struggles, but that they are still struggles nonetheless, because it sucks to not get what you want, but it also sucks to get what you want. I mean, this guy seems to be very happy, but for me, I think I'd be miserable drinking vodka every single day on the beach. That just does not seem like a satisfying life to me. He is 60, and I don't think he would have wanted this life when I was his age. I didn't ask him that, but I would assume not. So maybe I would change my mind when I'm 60 years old. I don't know, though. I don't know. I need to wrap my head around the takeaways that I have while I'm here, but I got to go to bed, man. I got to wake up early. Too much shit to do here. Too much shit to do. Well, there's not anything to do besides all people do is fucking drink and go by the beach or whatever, but I'm trying to learn from them as much as possible, and I've picked up some nuggets. I'm gonna create a full, very in-depth video that I'm trying to plan out, but I don't have time for that today because if I say something, fuck, dude, just send it.